And if you want to continue watching the BBC News at 10, please turn over to BBC One, or you can watch on iPlayer. Next, it's Newsnight.
Now on BBC News, light-hearted discussion of the day's news. Newscast. BBC News, fresh off the success of the Oscar-nominated Wicked, Cynthia Erivo talks about getting back in the studio for her new album, growing up feeling different, and how she finally feels able to open up. The interview. Now on BBC News, a global, topical, weekly show that lifts the hood on the entertainment and news business, exploring the companies and personalities who command our attention and how our perception of the world is shaped by them. The Media Show. Now on BBC News, we're off on a journey of discovery to explore new destinations around the globe and uncover hidden sides to some of the world's favourite holiday hotspots with the Travel Show team. on BBC News, the latest business news from across the globe. Business Today. Now on BBC News, exploring the latest innovation and technology shaping our lives, and with the inside track on global trends and advancements in the tech space today. From AI and robotics to health, climate, transport and gaming. Tech Now. Now on BBC News, the latest from New York and around the world. Business Today. This is BBC News, and now a weekly dynamic discussion on the US presidency, the president's path. Global business news from the boardroom or grassroots. BBC News cuts through the jargon to add colour, depth and context. With live reaction from Wall Street and Asia, studio interviews with top CEOs and the latest innovations in technology. Talking business. Now on BBC News, art historian Alistair Sook discovers how historic fashion design still resonates with people in China today, and how it's become a way in which people can celebrate their identity. China's greatest treasures. Now on BBC News, in-depth coverage and analysis of the ongoing war in Ukraine. Ukrainecast. Now on BBC News, your views on how the BBC's covering the major stories, putting your points to the powers behind the presenters. Newswatch. Catch up with all the latest news and results from around the globe now on BBC News in Sportsday. Now on BBC News, veteran World Affairs editor John Simpson talks to BBC correspondents, going beyond the headlines for expert analysis of the week's major international news stories. Unspun World. Now on BBC News, join our AI Decoded team as we unpack, explore and take a deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence.